All right, now let's talk about how to stack wood. This seems like it's very simple, but trust me, there's a way that you want to stack this wood properly, or else you're gonna develop some problems. So each piece of the bunk, you can see here we've got it lined out here in Twin Falls. We've got a lot of bunk beds ready to be delivered. So I'll show you how to stack these. Your 2x4s are very simple. There's no trick to the trade there. It's just stacking them up on top of each other. Okay, no big trick there. The 2x6s, however, this is the most critical. Okay, so you can see how these are stacked. Okay, you don't want to stack them like this, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so when volunteers come in and they screw these slats down, or the side rail slat down, sometimes they don't get the screws all the way down. So you might have this end that's sticking up a little bit, whereas this end is pushed all the way down. So when you stack this piece of wood on top of it like this, this is actually going to stick up a little higher, and the other side's going to be down. And when you stack them high and deep and put pressure on that, that board's going to end up turning twisted on one end. So you always want to stack the 2x6 touching the 2x6 just like that. Okay? Now let's come down to the headboards. This is kind of personal preference, but you can do it however you want. You can see that we stack these, we alternate them, right? So that 1x4 doesn't sit on top of the other 1x4, it sits to the side. So usually height is more of a concern than width. You can fit about eye level for me, which is 6 foot, is about 15 bunks worth of one bottom headboard and one top headboard. Okay. The other thing I would do when you stack these is, you can see here I put the dowel hole screws out so I can see them. That way, if I'm walking by or I'm ready to do a delivery, and I come by and I don't see that hole is drilled out, then it instantly flags me, letting me know that I probably need to see if that dowel hole needs to be drilled out. You don't want to show up to a delivery and you don't have your dowel holes drilled out. You got to drill them out in the room. Creates all sorts of sawdust. So I keep those dowel holes pointed out, so I know exactly which ones have been done and which ones haven't. I do the same thing on the top side rail, or the top headboards. You can see they're all pointed out. Like, for example, this one isn't. So if I were to grab this one, I would wonder and want to make sure that dowel hole is set out properly. And come this way, Amy. Last but not least, the slats. Okay. So I don't know if you can see me very well. Kind of a weird video, but the best way that I stack these is, you'll stack, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. About 11 across, and then I alternate them, or I switch directions, and I stack them 7 high, because that's how many slats per bed, so 14 per bunk. So when you get 11 this way, you can reverse the direction of the board, and they sit so much more flat, and then when you go in to pick up your pieces to do a delivery, you just grab one stack, and you know that's for a bed. 2 stacks is going to be for a complete bunk. So that's how I stack the wood, and how I'd recommend everybody else to do it.